member of the Women's World of Backgammon, who are putting on this fantastic tournament. And we're excited to be screening the second semi-finals of this invitational tournament. It's the first time we're holding this WWB Cup, and we've invited 16 of the top women players around the world to compete. It's single elimination, and the winner of this round will play Akiko Yazawa from Japan in the final. So we're getting close to the end here. The players are Gülderen Gücavli and Denise Kaiser. A bit of background to both of the players. Gülderen was born and lived in Istanbul. She's a member of the Turkish national team and winner of the Turkish National Backgammon Tour in 2023 and 2024, first runner-up in 2022. So very accomplished, because there's a lot of good players in Turkey. Denise Kaiser has been ranked as a BMAB master since 2023. Her proudest achievements include winning the Swiss Championship in 2013 and being part of the Swiss national team for the World Championships in France in 2020. So both of them had very successful backgammon careers to date. So we're looking forward to the semi-final. And we also have two excellent commentators with us. Albert Steg is from the USA and is a BMAB Master Class 1. He's a contributing author to Primetime Backgammon magazine, and he's an organizer of the New England Backgammon Club. Julia Hayward from the UK was actually a semi-finalist in the other semi-final, just pipped out by Akiko. And she's a prominent figure in the UK backgammon community, known for her contributions as a player, team captain, and a writer. And so we welcome both of the commentators. With that said, I'm going to share my screen and the commentators can take over.
Hi, pleased to be here. Pleased to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be commentating one semi-final, having recovered from the other. Looking forward to a very good match between two fantastic players. So
Denise is Mrs. Bubbles. It's
She is indeed.
fanciful name. And
Okay, we're ready to rock and roll here.
Okay. Just trying to figure out how to watch. Oh, there I go.
So Denise is at the top as Mrs. Bubbles, and we have Gülderen at the bottom.
Gülderen's trying to remember how to play her 5-1 opening. 4-1 opening, excuse me.
there we go. You got choices. Well, you got choices, but
Well, she made the play to keep your PR intact. I kind of like slotting with that 4-1, and I take a little PR hit right away. Anything can work here. And Gülderen has a nice opportunity to. Oh, she can anchor here on the bar point or attack.
yeah.
Goes for the offense. I might have anchored up there. Oh, I see. We got the little green banners to show us. That's nice. You just see it in the. We don't always have to go to the play. It'll just show us whether something was maybe a small error or a substantial one. Okay. So moving along briskly here. All right. Gülderen's maybe already thinking, starting to lean into a cube. Your opponent's got 3 back to your 1 back, and you've and anchorless. It's always worth at least thinking about cubing, because good things can start happening. She'll look twice at this, maybe. Surprised me if she'll leave that checker on her bar point there alone. And this looks like maybe the right idea. Just challenge her to roll that 2. And this is more of a priming play, and she's made that low point on the 3, so it might just be best to to go after her here. And I think maybe the hit there.
This makes it far too easy for Denise to just anchor up on the bar, and you've got a relatively even game. I think that was
agree. Yeah. 4-1 doesn't do much. Boy, she has to be really disappointed not grabbing that bar point as a prize for the passive play there. You kind of hate to take that lowly deuce point anchor there that's blocked, but it's a lot of blots to leave exposed. It might be best to button up here a little bit.
Yeah, and Gülderen's big stacks are going to make her want to attack something if she has the chance to attack and unstack a bit. So yeah.
Well, there's this too. This kind of keeps you out of the gun sights. 5 blots is a lot of blots, although 2 of them are behind. It's my coach told me when I'm thinking about leaving 5 blots to have a look around and see if there isn't something else a little less and it's not so much bad can happen to you right away, but you have it's like you put a lot of markers out there like IOUs. You leave 5 blots and then you have to commit yourself to tidying them up, and it might not always be that convenient.
I think, yeah, I've got another chance to pick up 2. Yeah,
it gets at that time.
3 of them are obvious. Yeah, take the bar point.
Can argue over the ace.
Yeah.
Well, Denise would just really like to get an improved anchor, and she's had several rolls to do it, and dice just haven't been cooperating quite yet. Oof. So there's no safe play here. Right. Bottom. Okay. Yeah, this game is finally settling down into something that looks kind of normal, kind of a normal holding game after all that mess. And Denise is well set up here with a beautiful home board, and a lot of gaps for Gülderen to have to fill in. She can fill in her 5 point here.
5,
the double shot, right?
Oh, dude.
Oh, this is probably safest. Was there a totally safe play? No.
I think
what did,
I'm personally so reluctant to pass over the 5 point. I would.
Yeah, and she was
not
supposed to make
thought of many
5 point
alternatives there, but
yeah,
I think hitting on the ace doesn't really achieve a lot. It didn't feel like the right time for a tempo hit.
Oof. Well, it'd be nice to just play this safely. It doesn't look like there is a totally safe play. Like you come 3 down and do something, but she probably just has to make the ace and get on the deuce and put 3 checkers on the bar. I'm not sure she's seeing it.
Yeah.
Just take 1 checker all the way to the ace. Bang, there it is. And you don't want her to make that second anchor. So, it's 2 on the bar. Yeah. This seems right. But, complicated, you have to look around, make sure you're seeing everything.
You can't, if you make the 2, you can't make the 1. Do we?
I don't think this is going to be right.
This looks awkward. Yeah, you really.
I think if you counted it up, that would come out to more than 11 shots there. Okay, this could be worth doubling. This is very gammon rich. Very gammon rich position here. Would you take this, Julia? Are you confident it's a take?
I'm not confident it's a take. I think
it's probably a double.
it's It's a good double. I think it might be a scary take, but
I'm taken.
Super.
I'm taken. You know, the other side of the board is beautifully put together. Doesn't always cover that deuce point. You know, if she does, you're still a favorite to come in, and that midpoint is going to need clearing. Certainly not an easy take, not a scoop. I'm not sure I'd want to bet on it. Oh, okay, doubles. No errors there, so
see what the bot says.
yeah.
Bot says it's a pass,
That's
not a
solid
big pass, but
solid pass, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good cube action there. I can see I can see not doubling that, and I can certainly see taking it. So good for them. All right, 5-1.
Down, up.
You also hate to get gammoned on the first game of a match, go down 4-0. Not that that should really enter into it, but I often feel like,
Okay.
oh, okay, 1 point, first game, 11-point match, miles to go, keep things on an even keel.
Okay. I think you should looked at the two, but that feels rather disjointed to have the points so deep so early when there's you're not threatening much. Now the board's coming together very nicely.
Yes. Yeah, these days they say you're supposed to just make that ace point, something you wouldn't have done in the olden days. It does leave you stripped on your 8-point, but you know, you could wind up needing to hit a checker here. You really want that ace point covered. You know, you roll a 4, one of your 4 hitters here, and you're really happy you made that ace point. This is a good number.
Yeah.
And she's doing the 2 easy ones first, and these seem pretty clear as well. All right, so it's just playing the priming game here, but boy, you really nullify you know, Denise's or Gülderen's stack there on the 6-point. You know, they don't have anywhere productive to go once you make that 5-point.
Yeah.
So that seemed pretty clear. One.
Okay.
Yep. So these mutual holding games, as I understand it, you're just supposed to play fairly dull and wait for the other person to blink or wait for a nice set of doubles to solve your problems. Yeah. Fill it in, fill it in. Yeah, I don't think you play behind. You want to keep those 4 points. This is kind of ugly, but it's got to be right. Keep that little 4 prime going.
Primes cause a lot more problems than you might think. It's
4
very easy
primes,
to get
right?
stuck behind them.
Yeah, someone said that about 4 primes. I forget who it was. All right. 56 to pop. 46, not quite as good. So here you got to think about it though, right?
Yeah.
The blot gives you a little
Especially
bit
the
of
block
license.
behind you.
Yeah, I don't think you can just give up the outfield to your opponent there. So this is working out well for
That would.
And well, I got my sound effects on, which I don't want. All right, I'm just going to close that.
Stayed back with that. I'm not sure you'd end up wrecking your board, but now white has the outfield. Or can get it. I think.
Oh boy.
It's a good, that's a dead checker now.
Yeah. So, boy, this is not easy.
That's, yeah.
You know, this is also good for, you know, fairly good for the race efficiency. The race is kind of close. It did like the hit there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it did like the hit. That's a scary hit.
Hmm.
Oh, we've got a cube going. Wait, who's doubling? Is Gülderen doubling?
Well, she's got a decent race lead.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Make much use of it. 2-1.
So on these, I
Now
think
you've
you'd want to wait to double until they've got a pass based on the race. Because they've also got that contact opportunity. So I think, yeah, it is a little bit of an early cube there. Oh boy, need a 4. Yeah, and then Mrs. Bubbles, it's really distracting me that I'm thinking Denise, I'm seeing Mrs. Bubbles. So Mrs. Bubbles is creeping up on a recube very efficiently here, and I guess is already there. Yeah, 5-pip lead, and you're not necessarily going to roll a 4 immediately. So, yeah, big pass there.
Yeah.
All right, 1 to 2. That always seems fair. If you get 1 point board, you hit one checker and you dance with the other one. Kind of seems reasonable thing to happen. 6. Ouch. It's, you know, I guess you could hit twice here. That's probably a good idea. 1, 2. You're definitely making the. Oh no, you can't hit twice in any reasonable way. I forgot she's on the bar. Oh, they're doing that thing where you move first and then come off the bar, which always seems a little saucy to me. Yep. This is going to be a performance moment. Yep. Staving off the cube there. And at quite a brisk pace. I always have a hard time keeping up. It's nice, just trying to run away. Oh, it's interesting. The race is actually tied, although white is got 3 back to 1 back. That's always a little counterintuitive. They can't offer up a new blot. This plays itself, I think. Casting around looking for something else. Seems reasonable. Oh, so do you make your bid for freedom here against the triple shot? Probably not.
I was listening back to the commentary on the other match. Tim Ross was talking quite a lot about being positive about stepping out to into a double shot, but triple shots are perhaps one too far.
Yeah. Is that what he said? Like,
yes, that was his rule of thumb.
Yeah, 27 is a lot. 9 misses, and yeah.
Okay, and you can't step out this time with all those men out there.
5-5. Study that number, Gülderen. Study it. You've got a remake, right?
13-8.
Yeah, this seems right. Just challenge her to make it out. If not, could be looking at a cube here, I think. Oh, she did roll. She did roll it. Wow. That's really dramatic. back-to-back 55s. All right, and this is a real standard holding game here, right? So Gülderen should be waiting until Mrs. Bubbles has a pass based on the race. 10 pips isn't quite there. This kind of positions usually 12 isn't enough, 16 is enough. In between, it's kind of, you can double or not. 12 pips, yeah. And also a little stiff here. I don't think you're losing your market that much. I think I would come in with both of those. This stripped 6-point doesn't seem real appealing to me. If you roll a 3, you're not going to really like it very much. 6-4, okay. Oh. Yeah, now the race is going to be pretty close, I think. Did she play this yet? No.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Denise is taking a commanding lead in the race here. So Gilderen's happy she didn't double too soon. Yeah, I'm kind of losing track of what's going on here. I don't think you want to volunteer a shot here. You know, that's what Denise is looking for, right? She's just hoping to get a shot. And so you don't want to give it to her. Even if, you know, you don't leave a shot now for fear of leaving a shot next time, which I think is what she's doing. This is more efficient for the race, right? Is that correct? Is it right?
Yeah, it's saying it's right.
Oh, that's right. Wow, okay.
Let's have a quick look at that one. Yeah, it thinks it's a blunder to not to play purely inside.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
I think
that's
because it's just
position.
so wasteful. It's so wasteful playing 6-4
right
deep into your own board. But
yeah,
the downside is you get hit
and here you have it. Yeah, this is why backgammon is such a hard game to learn, because you know, if I was playing this, I go, oh, see, that's what happens when you offer a gratuitous shot for no good reason. See, but she did the right thing and got punished for it. Oh, we love backgammon. Is this a take? She's still up in the race, and 2-1 score doesn't affect much here.
No.
Kind of think you could take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear take according to the red banner. Okay. Yeah, 828. Yeah, not that easy to fill in that 5-point, and you're going to get a lot of very efficient recues there at some point when you do come in and get missed. Yes. All right, 2-2, 9-point match now, basically. Yeah, this seems fine. I don't know that I'd just leave myself totally anchorless here. You know, something like this seems okay. Glad she didn't give up her ace point, right?
To that. Yeah.
She better roll a 4. Not that 4. What do you think? Grab the 5-point, or I mean, it seems funny to leave 4 checkers on the 4, but yeah,
I hate that stack on the ace point, but
yeah,
I think if
you know, I did
once that last man has run away, the 5-point isn't as useful as I'd like it to be. I think I'd have taken 1 and 2.
You would have been right.
You're sort of prepared. You're sort of resigning yourself to having to play a.
Yeah, and I guess the message is
you've got time to make the 5 later.
Exactly. You'll have leisure to make the 5 once your opponent's vacated your home board, but I guess it's more challenging to get a second anchor. So not a blunder, but okay. So she should be able to diversify this time. But this seems, with 4 checkers on your ace point, the bar seems really valuable. So you're, geez, yeah. I guess you didn't want to give your opponent the whole roll there.
Yeah.
You hate to dump the
yeah,
checker that deep.
I think you've got more than enough back just now. You'll get the 4 point while you can.
Yeah. This seems like a good idea. You don't mind that checker. You can't safety that checker anyway. So thinking about a cube here. Probably a good thought, actually. It's very gammonish, and Denise, might make that 5 point and have a good holding game, but might not.
I'd have thought more on that 4-3 about making the 5 point anchor.
Yeah, that seems like the plum, doesn't it? For Denise, she really needs to. She could seize that 5 point. She'll have all sorts of game. I'm not sure I saw the alternative. 2. Well, that plays pretty well.
It's very neatly.
That plays pretty well, that 6-6. I thought it might blow something up, but she got to keep her midpoint. We've got to be thinking about a cube here, right? It's way up in the race, stronger board and prime, aiming at a checkered. That checker on the ace point, you can see how Denise has a lot of play here, but it sure can go badly. And here you just hit and pop out. Well, yeah, really, wow. Yeah, okay, my play wasn't that bad. I'm just kind of bloody-minded about this. I hate to lose this game just a gasp at a time. And that checker in the backfield is going to be challenging to clear out. I'm really I'm curious whether there aren't some missed cubes in this game though, because gammons are very much alive at this score, and like even here, very blotty. You've got something like 15 shots here or something. If you miss, you're still a big favorite. 6. Oh boy, is it time to step up? Make this play for freedom? It's probably just too much because the boards are too lopsided. Maybe just, I think I'd slot the 4 here. And if I wasn't stepping up, I'd slot the 4 this time. Because you need to be able to contain, right? If you get that shot, you need to be able to contain. Okay, yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Where are we? Okay, now considering a cube, I suppose, right? I mean, ace point games are a big pass. She's got something more than that. I'm not sure this is a take, so I think I would make it my opponent's problem and just send a cube there. To here. Yeah. Gülderen doesn't want to get hit now. It's starting to look pretty formidable over there. Still here, I think this might be a double unless you're going to roll 5-3. I don't think she can double blot here, so or can she? Can she just slot the 5? I don't think so. Yeah, this just seems right. I'm glad she's looking at it, but that's got to be like 20.
It feels far too big for a.
Yeah, 24 shots
on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. Denise is going to have to play something, and probably give weaken in some way. It seems kind of like the worst time to get hit. Still got total control of the outfield. Second blot, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean 3-6-5 blunder to offer it there. I still just feel like this is a double. If you bring a checker in and you get missed, and I'm pretty sure you've lost your market pretty handily. You double, you get hit, you possibly have another blot to aim at, and your opponent is still trapped on your ace point. It
was a lot less of a double than it did a move ago for
Pardon?
that 5-3. So
you say what?
I think it's a lot less of a double than before that 5-3. I think.
Yes, right. Yeah.
You're leaving. Yeah.
Okay, here comes the cube. Is it a take? I guess so. And then,
okay.
Yeah, you definitely want to get the cube in before
say
you
you're leaving quite a lot of shots there, but the dice proved me wrong again.
Yeah.
Comfortable
take, yeah.
What is this?
Time to send it.
Bounce around to. Oh no, no.
Well, you're not going to win the race here. I don't think you step up. I don't think you're risking that much in the way of gammons by hanging back. You can step up and get a shot on a 6-2. But I don't see it.
I think we must. I think I've got heroes up myself, and I'm seeing more checkers moving around. And Denise is looking at stepping up, but that feels like you're just going to end up in a hopeless race.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want.
The 9-point backs up the 3-pointer over there. It aims at the empty spot. It's pretty grim either way.
Feels like I was getting spoilers during all of that. That's
just gives up. It kind of gives up the game. You get more contact value than just the single shot at a 6-2 there. Well, that was always the 6-1-5-1 blotter, I guess. I just take a checker off there. It's only 2 blotters, and you get the extra checker off in case you do roll it and get hit. Now, this is actually 4 blotters and 1 less checker off. So
I think to myself, it's only 4 shots now, but you've still, if you leave the 6-5 on, you're going to end up with this position the next roll. So
that's true. Yeah,
there's 4 shots in advance.
Yeah, it's a smaller slice of the pie, though. An immediate 4-shot slice is quite a bit bigger than the repeated 2-shot slice, because you can also roll doubles and just clear it naturally.
That's true.
But it probably wasn't a big deal. It's just
Okay.
that's an interesting principle, though. All right. Oh, there were a bunch of missed cubes. Like, can we go back and see? Yeah, see, it's just a big series of
from move 6 all the way through.
yeah, right.
That's missed cubes just hammer your PR.
They certainly do. They certainly do.
I used to, for a long time, I was slow in cubing and wondering why I was getting 9s and 10s all the time.
That'll do it. That'll
It
do
does
it.
it.
Yeah, you really want to, put the pressure where it belongs, which is on your opponent. And when good stuff can happen and nothing horrendous can happen, maybe your doubling gambit doesn't pay off right away. But as long as you're not immediately like getting a cube sent back at you, it's usually just a good proposition to give the other person a challenge.
I think this
All
must
the
be
opportunity is there.
this must
Yeah,
be
I would.
getting on for a cube.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think I'd have played the 4-3 more aggressively, 2 down rather than stepping up. But
Yeah, once again, I think so. That was a good entry. I'm quite sure you want to cube this too. You're way up in the race, got the stronger board, you've got a vulnerable blot.
okay. I wonder if Gülderen thinks she's too good at this point.
And yeah, and that's
in danger of
what
getting
happens. Yeah, now you're too good. And whenever I'm too good, I just go, oh my gosh, did I miss a cube? Because probably you did. Unless it was a total bolt from the blue. Yeah, I don't think she needs to slot the bar here. It's like six shots. I just don't think it's that necessary to do that. I would just spread the outfield.
I like making. I'd have looked at making the 8 point, although everything seems to be much of a muchness.
No. Actually, I didn't even see that as an option. Oh. Okay, I liked it. Oh. One. Fine. And then it's always ironic when you wind up too good like this, but they've got an ace point game, and then they hit you, they get the hit late, and you wind up losing the game. The ace point game is no prize, but it wins. It wins quite often. Not often enough to take, but often enough to give you a lot of hope. Okay. Aggressive. Yeah, the shot could be now. I mean, if there were no blotting numbers, you'd slot 2 points there probably, but good chance. Yeah, make the 4 point. That's good. Ton of covers for the 5. Blot could come now. Oh. Oh, 3 off 5-4 probably. Yeah. Every roll, there's just the smallest chance of leaving a blot, but it's roll after roll. And that's why it happens more often than it seems like it should. It's a funny thing about backgammon, you just don't notice all the boring stuff going by. Like, oh, okay, I didn't expect to see a shot, but every time it's a chance in there. You slot the bar here, or I'm babbling on about philosophy.
Yeah.
Missing plays.
6-2. She played the 6-2. Yeah.
Yeah, seems fine. Well, the 4 is easy, right? The dreaded double blotting opportunity. She's ready. And, oh. Yeah, you're flirting around with a backgammon here. That's probably the thing.
Yeah,
you're not worried about a 2-1. Nothing.
Got you.
Yeah. So here you definitely hang back, but
get the other one out.
I don't. Yeah, here you're just giving up a chance to win the game, and you're going to get backgammoned if she rolls the joker anyway. So you definitely stay back there on the ace. Oh, and this is painful because that would have been a shot. Of course, it wouldn't have been as. Oh no, it wasn't a shot.
No, it wouldn't have. It
wouldn't have been. I was looking at
6-3 would just 2 off.
Yeah, that's that was unfortunate. I'm not sure what the logic was there. 5-3. Okay, so we're 6-2. We are 5 away, 9 away.
I think the 3-point is still valuable enough at this stage.
Yeah, I'd agree. When your opponent gets the early 6-6, you really want to get an advanced anchor and play a holding game. So she made a racing play there, which is just not a real not the proper game plan.
Okay, it's a very aggressive double, but right. Unfortunately,
with a 4-point lead, with the leader 5 away, that does invite a pretty substantial adjustment in a gammonish position. You know, where you stand, you know, where a gammon could happen. So I think that props to Denise there. She's thinking, wow, you know, I'm starting to really trail here, and I need to make something happen. You can't wait for the dice to just float your points back to you one at a time. So the attack didn't quite pan out. Down in the race. Oh no, she's up in the race, right? So
she's up in the race.
Yeah.
But there's
yeah, and this often happens again. Also, when you have that 6-6 reply, and you wind up you're up in the race, and you just go ahead and clear that, and hope they don't roll the 2. Oh, she rolled a 5-5 though. So that 5-4 was correct. Yeah. You know, and she sent that cube, and it's a little bit hard for Gülderen to send it back, right? Because you give your opponent tremendous leverage. Denise to be able to send an 8 cube back at the smallest provocation. It's a good racing number, down 16. Let's get him in. And this is a part of the game that I'm not good at, is, you know, how big a racing lead does Gülderen need in order to send this cube back at 4, knowing that it could very well come back to her at 8. Well, this is enough, she says. 13 pips. Oh, I'm pretty sure I would snap this up.
Me too. I think you at this sort of score, you're just dying to.
Oh no, they get it right. Got it right. Let's see what it is. Oh, 4-1. Okay.
41.
No. So clearly both players have a really good intuitive sense of the recube values there. I have not learned my recube take points, which if I'm ever going to make it past M1 and make it a grandmaster is one of the things I have to do is learn some recube take points. But I'm a little lazy and I have a bad memory. So I'm going to be making mistakes until I do. All right, 8-2. Gülderen having reached 3 away, Denise can be very aggressive with the cube and any kind of a gammonish position. But since Gülderen has that high anchor, she may not get a nice juicy cube opportunity. 2. Coming up seems right, don't you think? The advanced anchor there, for sure.
Those men get really disconnected from everything else if you don't use 2 of the 4s.
Yeah, yeah. And Gülderen's out of spares in the outfield, and so you're forcing her to dump checkers behind you, behind your anchor.
I wonder if even 20-16 twice would be worth a look.
No,
Maybe not.
she hasn't looked at that one, has she? It's always the one you don't look at that gets you.
Take a quick look.
No,
24-16 is about the same. It's a bit worse than what she's played.
Yeah, I think the problem with vacating the midpoint is you've just sacrificed coverage of the whole board when your opponent is about to have to, give something else, something up. So you've kind of freed up your opponent's midpoint checkers here. Made life a little too easy. Oh, got her. With a dance, we'll see a cube here, I think. This has got to be a strong.
It's got to be, yeah.
Yeah, I would send this. Yep. Denise has got the right bloody-minded idea when you're down 6. Your opponent is 3 away. Send this. Down 14 pips. Not a cube you'd send in the first game of the match, but you're definitely going to make your opponent have to think about whether they want to lose 4 points here. Oh, I don't think I would do that. I would really be hoping for the dance again, but no, XG likes it. Ooh, gets another chance. It's another chance. Seems clear, I think. Yeah, you want to mix it up here. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's good.
This roll counts. Even board strength. Interesting, yeah. So even considering not hitting here, which is worth considering. Okay, now the wheels are falling off the cart, unfortunately.
Don't need to pick up
you need to lean in, Julia. Can't hear you.
I don't think you need to stay back for another man.
You
could be looking more to finish off building the board.
You prevent her from getting a second anchor here? Probably you do, because that's how you wind up losing.
Yeah, you've got such a racing lead. You can afford a hit. Yeah, point. Hit again.
Yeah. We want to see her make that deuce point. We want more game here. We don't want this match to end. So, wrong side of the dice. Oh, no, but like I said, I was fixated on 2-2. 5-5 will do pretty well. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, ace could be. It's just so much value in saving the gammon here, right? It might be hard to do even if you don't get hit. This is definitely the play to win, right?
Yeah.
To win the game. So you certainly do lose more gammons here. I'm not sure what I would do. What would you do here?
I think I would have come out. I mean,
Yeah.
if you lose a gammon, so be it. But when your single losses are painful enough, taking you to
right.
away Crawford.
Yeah, 9 away Crawford
you've got to play to win, not to not lose. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. I think you are completely correct.
Okay.
All right, 2 will make it very interesting. 5-5 will as well. Oh, the ace with it. Ah.
Where's the ace go?
Well, you wouldn't throw it back. You get hit, you can make the second anchor. Yeah, it's got to be 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh, the dance. Oh, couldn't cover one of those, really? Oh, you make the yeah.
17. It's going to be.
That is far from useless.
Anything to make it hard for
Mm.
Gülderen to come in comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2.
Oh, sweet number.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
Suddenly the equal strength boards, and she's got all her checkers in play. What do you think here? Just play solid and
I think yeah.
See what gets coughed up. Oh, nothing gets coughed up. It's a great roll. I think, yeah, worth looking at, but this just seems to
point board. You don't want to give shots too easily in the outfield. Right. 6-3.
I think it's just going to be to 4. I don't see anything else. Oh, I don't think you can afford to do that. Yeah, worth looking at though. I mean, you can't make the best play if you don't never look at it. This just seems like the right idea. Okay, there's a miss. Well, yeah, this is interesting. That straggler, it's often hard to tell whether a straggler, a goaltender, as they say, is an asset or a liability. And with the three checkers aiming at it, it seems like probably is a liability, right?
It feels like it sort of becomes a liability at the point where there are no gaps in front of it for it to cover.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice
at that point it's not adding anything to the threat, so you might as well tidy it up.
Right.
Okay, 6-1.
Boy, what a game this turned into.
It was looking absolutely disastrous a couple of minutes ago. 6-1 comes in.
And also just another great illustration of the strength of Denise's cube. It seemed very adventurous, but look what we've gone through, and Gülderen's never had an opportunity to cube back, at least not that I've noticed. She's way too good and not good enough. Oh, bummer. Oh, wrong. I keep seeing the dice on the wrong side of the board for some reason. Okay, now I can say bummer. She wanted a 6-1 here. What do you do here?
I like this because of the upside when you get a shot
Yeah.
so high.
Yeah, your same logic there. It's just the play to win, right? You're not gonna win by leaving holes in your home board. You're gonna have to, you gotta hit and you gotta contain.
No,
And boy, this is gonna
About
make it
you're not going to make the 5 point with
right,
this play.
right.
You haven't got the material hanging around to do it.
Yeah. Your opponent's not a favorite to hit you. You just grit your teeth, make the board, and pick up your dice. Pick up your dice. I've been wrong a lot today, though.
Oh wow.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
this was similar in my semi-final. I'd got to the point where I was way behind, and you've just got to
Yeah.
go for it and accept that losing 11-0 is not worse than losing 11-10.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Okay, you can here.
That was an interesting 1-1 play, by the way, which I thought was hard to see, but she didn't want to make that 11 point and have 2 points of contact. So breaking the bar was correct. And again, she didn't decide to compromise her board by breaking a lower point either, because even if Gülderen gets hit here with that 5-point open, there's going to be a lot of life left. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, I think I like. I like that.
Wow, this is a tough play.
About 2018 twice. Block the 5. This makes it. I think this feels a little bit too easy for Gülderen to step past.
A combination of 5s and 6s though, and there's only one of those. Well, 5, 5, and 6, 6. The other thing I like here is that it leaves that spare that she can play, on the next roll. Assuming that Gülderen doesn't. This doesn't seem better to me.
No.
But again, she's looking at all the options, which is
It's tricky.
oh, it likes
I
it.
didn't like the moves that left
Look at that
shot.
Got the shot here. She wouldn't have gotten if she vacated. Wow, right by a long margin. That was a really interesting decision. Yeah. So this seems clear. You just keep your board and solve your problem, right? You put her on the roof and you don't solve your problem. Miss the shot. Yep. Okay, this roll is important. Oh, thinking about the cube, right. So it's not as gammonish as it once was. All this time she's had a lot of gammon opportunities, but those have shrunken considerably. This is this is one where you might want to count the numbers that don't get to safety. The tiny ones being particularly bad, I guess. Although the tiny ones, pick and pass, don't they? All those little 1, 2, 1, 3.
A lot of pick and so. Yeah.
Okay, and the gammons are back in play now. Yep. So 9 away, Crawford is pretty paltry. It's like 6.5% or something. You know, so can this be would this be a take? I would have had to think about that one a little longer. It's a little hard to gauge the gammon chances here. This is something Marty Storer would be really
I think
good at.
Gülderen's fault.
Be able to tell you what the gammon chances were there versus the risk of leaving a blot. But yeah, this will be down to the wire. We want to see one more game at least, don't we? Go, Denise, go. We want to save the gammon and get more backgammon in our afternoon. This looks like she's going to need a set, though.
Yeah, you got one. And you get one crossover here.
Yeah. Probably just
starting to think about lining up.
Yeah, 12-9 is probably
Big double.
Is probably good here. This is probably okay.
Yeah, that's
yeah, 11-6, 12-9. You know, it'll make a lot of your mid-sized, you know, like your double fours and fives possibly play better, like 2 rolls down the line. I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's kind of a toss-up between those two plays. I think putting a checker on the 9 does seem like yeah. So no, this could be right. They're probably all pretty close. Or that's not the set we're looking for.
Okay, so we have to set up double 5 for a
Yeah, 5s and 6s. That's about all there is.
we want to make the 11 point.
Yeah,
Then
that's
5s work for
right.
us.
This is
This
only
is not the right idea.
no, you got to take the crossover first of all, right? I think she's confusing herself here. Yeah, you got to get there too. Yeah, this doesn't give you double 5s. Boy, I hope she doesn't roll double 5s. Oof. Okay. Well,
Oh,
no, that will be
that's
tough match. Boy, I thought a lot of difficult decisions in there. A good match for cube action, I thought. You know, there were some lopsided scores and some really adventitious aggressive doubling and also some passive doubling. A lot to learn from there, I would think.
Yeah, that was a good match. I just looked at the luck score, and there was a difference of 7 between the luck of Gülderen versus Denise. So that was tough.
It's hard to fight against the 7 luck score.
Julia can feel some sympathy there, I think, for Denise.
I've been on the receiving end as well, so
yes. So
let's have a quick look.
We've all had those games, but that was a fantastic match, and I just want to thank you, Albert and Julia, for really great commentary. It brings the match to life when we have people talking us through it like that, and we do learn so much. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's nice to meet you, Julia. I enjoyed swapping yarns with you here. Hope I didn't babble too much.
And so we now have a final between Gülderen and Akiko Yazawa, which is going to be very exciting. Turkey versus Japan. And we'll let everybody know as soon as we have a date for that.
Great.
Is it